Thanks for logging on to Black Video News. This is a special report. I'm here at the Barbara Gervin's Hawkins headquarters, right here in the Alamo City off of W.W. White Road. I've got a surprise. I'm here with Barbara, and of course, this legendary Iceman. The Iceman is here. It's not every day that we get to interview a legend, but he is here. How's everybody doing this morning? How you doing, Barbara?
I'm doing fantastic.
The Ice, how you doing?
Doing good, man. Good.
It's good to see you this morning, Ice. Barbara, let's go right into it. Let's talk about what separates you from the other candidate with this election. And I know it's coming up, and be sure to tell our viewers the date too also.
Well, I'll start off with the date. The date for this election is May 24th, and early voting starts May the 16th through the 20th. And so for me, what's different between me and my opponent is that I have a proven track record of accomplishments. I want to help District 120 get closer to Austin and Austin closer to District 120. I want to make impactful changes, and we can do that right away. So I'm very excited about this election. I want everybody to know that the contrast is major. I'm diplomatic. I have strategic planning ideas, and I'm able to get things done. And I've proven that, Keith, over the years.
Yes. Let's talk about, let's just go ahead and go right into it with some of the things that are important and that is on your agenda when we talk about being a state representative in District 120. Give us an example.
Well, throughout this campaign, Keith, my goal is to educate the people. And so when we think about the jurisdiction of a state rep, we deal with education, and that's a priority agenda, not only for me, but the Speaker of the House. I'm concerned about the negative conversation around traditional public school and charter schools. Everybody needs to know that a charter is a public school also, as well as what it gives is choice. And Keith, some of our inner city schools haven't been doing everything that they should. I'm not blaming anybody, but they haven't been doing everything that they should. And parents and kids need a choice. And so charter schools offer that choice that an affluent family may have. Their choice is private or parochial. So this allows an individual who may not be affluent to have a choice to their kid to go somewhere that has a smaller learning environment. The staff knows you by name. They love you. They give you the type of love that's so important, particularly to brown and black children. And so for me, we've got to up our game, up our conversation, and make sure that our families understand the value of charter. And for those who select traditional, wonderful, because there's nothing like where your brother went, where your sister went, where dad went to school, but we still need choice, and I think that's most important, and I want to be able to give that conversation, not the negativity or the divisiveness that my opponent gives.
Okay. Let's go right over here to Iceman. Iceman, you're here. We know this is family, but let's talk about, you grew up with Barbara Gervin Hawkins. Let's talk about some of the things that you feel she's going to bring to the community.
Well, first of all, she grew up with me. I think that's important to know. But I think the most beautiful part about her is you can hear the passion in her voice. She want to make change. She want to make a positive change, and I have saw it all over the years by me and her working together in the community for the last 20 years, and the impact that she have had educationally wise, housing wise, and just in helping people. And I think being able to fulfill this dream and to become the state rep, she gonna be able to help a lot of other people. That's why, she got my vote, because I know she's the lady for the job.
Yeah, she's done so much in the community. She has a proven track record. Let's talk about even the things that you've done in the community, so it kind of rubs off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When we talk about some of the things that you've done, Ice, some of the things that's on her agenda if she becomes the state rep. Wouldn't you say that's a good assessment when we talk about some of the things growing up, you doing things in the community?
Well, me and her is a team, and obviously in my whole success has come around being around a team. So we formed a team, and I had ideas, and she knew how to make them work, and I think that's the beauty of it. I get a lot of the credit for a lot of the things that happen, in the George Gervin name, but like I know, you got to have a strong mind. You got to have a person that has vision and know how to get things done to have some success. And Barbara have proved that to me and the rest of our family for over the years, that she's the one capable of getting it done. So we are truly proud of her, not just as my sister, but as someone who really has a powerful impact on this community.
Yes, sir, that's good. Also, Barbara, a lot of seniors are concerned about a lot of different things. Yeah. Tell us a little bit what your focus is when we talk about our seniors in the community.
When I talk to seniors across this campaign trail, they have looked at their great concern about gentrification. They're concerned about losing their homes. That's one thing. The other is health care, the cost of the prescription drugs. So home and prescription, we don't need our seniors worried about anything. And so for me, I want to be able to fix that. I want to see how the state can do a better job in terms of fully funding our health care program. That's number one.
Okay.
Number two, gentrification will occur, and we can't see it as a bad thing. What we have to look at is how we get in front of it and make it a good thing for our seniors, so that maybe we can freeze property taxes for our seniors, do other creative things, bring resources to them to fix up their house. So if they have to leave their home, they have an asset that they can sell and has value. So I want to be about how we can improve the quality of life for our seniors and make sure that they're comfortable in the community that they have served for a number of years. So I know we do a lot in streets and drainage, but there's more than streets and drainage. There's that quality of life that must occur, and I want to be a champion for those efforts.
Yeah, and also you touched on briefly when we talked early in the year too. Also, you touched on a lot of people come here and they become millionaires.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that conversation real quick too. Also, because you made a statement that you want to see some people in the community to have those same opportunities.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up, Keith. One of the things that I love about San Antonio is that it is a very prosperous town. I have seen this city when I came in 1980 grow so fast and so furious. I have seen the resources that have been brought to this community, but yet a lot of people that I know don't have access. I want to create that access, and not to hurt others in the process, but to make sure that we have a well-balanced, equal distribution of resources. So when I think of millionaires that occur, I want to see more 8A certified vendors in town. I want to make sure that folks that have small businesses, that have dreams, that they can turn those into realities and into big businesses. We buy a lot of supplies and products. We can get some of our folks being vendors to be able to be participants in those type of efforts. You look at the infrastructure projects that's around town. Let's make sure that our contractors are prepared and ready to take on some of these efforts. And I believe that the city and the city leadership is willing and prepared to share and train, but we've got to identify those folks, Keith, and build capacity. So right now, under my candidacy, I want the community to rise up, be willing to be trained, be prepared to take these opportunities, and I want to be a champion to make sure that that happens. It's all about education. If we know better, we'll do better. If an individual is more prepared, they can take advantage of what I call the land of milk and honey. Okay. And we are in the land of milk and honey.
All right. Sounds good. You don't mind. It's not every day that we get to interview a legend. And I just want to shift gears a little away from the campaign. But Ice, I know my viewers want to know, man, Hall of Famer, how do you feel about the game today? We see you judging the slam dunk contests. We know you're still involved in the NBA. But how do you feel about the game compared to when you were an athlete playing in the NBA, sir?
I mean, the game has changed. I mean, the money got bigger. I mean, I think you can reach around the world now versus when I played. But I think overall the game is still good. You still got great athletes. You still got great basketball players. I'm proud of my San Antonio Spurs and their accomplishments over the years, bringing 5 championships since I played. So I'm still loving the game, man, and I'm real proud of my success that I had, in the ABA and NBA, and I'm real glad to still be, a part of the NBA today.
Yeah. Barbara, you wanted to add a note?
Yeah, Keith, you say I'm just a candidate, but I'm more than that. I've seen basketball for a number of years.
Yes.
I have 4 brothers, and they all played basketball. George happened to be that one who made it to the top.
Okay.
And so over the years, I've seen the game itself evolve and the players in the game evolve. Now, I'm a little biased because when George was playing, it was so much fun, and I saw so much talent, okay?
Right.
Today, the players are okay, but they like the three-point and the dunk. I like the finesse players, the ones that do have a finger roll, the ones that do have that move that all the kids mimic. And so I love the game of basketball, grew up with it, and know what it brings to a community. That's another thing I want to do, Keith.
Okay.
Is I want to bring more and higher level athletics to our community.
Okay.
Where's our next Barry Bonds? Where's our next Iceman? Where's our next individual who can get a scholarship to go to college? And that may be their only opportunity. So I see many, many things that I can tie in to real life skills. Me and my family, we was raised in the community, by the community. Our mother raised 6 children, but there were many opportunities for us, and we want to share that. And that's why George, through the Gervin Center, and myself have worked so diligently in this community. We love this community. We want to be able to share the things that we've been blessed with to make this a very strong community.
Yeah, it sounds like you're interested too, and also, I always talk about programs, like after-school programs too also.
Yeah.
So let's just touch on that briefly too, because these kids need some place to go. They need mentorship. They need guidance.
Yes.
They need a lot of different things that can keep them off of the streets and finding themselves in jail, in trouble, things of that nature. How do you feel about that, Barbara?
Well, first, I'm quite concerned about the level of crime that's happening in the district, and I want to address that, Keith, head on. And so to get to the root of the problem, we've got to have the stakeholders at the table. So I'm meeting with police officers and law enforcement. I'm meeting with the community to hear what's really going on and what I can do as a leader to be able to bridge that gap. Me and George know too often about programs, and we talk about it all the time.
Okay.
And so we're a product of what positive programs can do. Summer jobs. Why aren't our kids working during the summer? We need to have every kid who wants to work. Why aren't our kids scholarshiped in terms of playing amateur sports? Any kid who has a parent that's working very, very hard need to be able to have a community step up and provide those opportunities for our kids. It can't be about if you just have money. It has to be about what we as San Antonians adults can do for our children. So again, I'm excited about what I can do. And again, George know about programs, and we talk about it. We have more than just one program. We do training, we do education, we do senior citizen housing,
Right.
We have an emergency shelter. Through the years, we've done AmeriCorps, alcohol and substance abuse programs. I can name a litany of things that we do, not to mention our educational program. We started as dropout recovery. Today we have 0 dropouts.
Wow.
Our kids are performing at commendable levels. We were able to do that through our efforts. And again, we want to do it on a bigger scale. So programs is close to our heart and something you will see me doing actively.
Okay, well, I'm glad I touched on that subject. Barbara, I want to thank you. It's been an awesome interview, just sitting here talking with Barbara Hawkins about her agenda if she becomes state rep in District 120. Also, I don't get an opportunity to talk to a legend at all, so this is truly an honor. Ice, also just a quick note, man, how does it feel to be a Hall of Famer?
Feel good, man. I mean, that's the top. Teams win championships. When you become a Hall of Famer, man, you're one of the best to ever do it, and to have that tag really make me proud of my career, man. So I'm proud to be a Hall of Famer.
And I'm proud of my big brother, too.
Well, you heard it first. This is Keith Scott with the special report right here at the Barbara Gervin Hawkins Center, right here off of WW White Road. This is Keith Scott. This is the Iceman. This is Barbara Gervin Hawkins. This is Keith Scott again. Thanks for tuning in. Black Video News.